Hello, I am Brianna, and welcome to My Life on Paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. I'm playing along with Series 16 of Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is by Stella Harris, and I believe she is not on social media with her scrapbooking. Today is also Christmas in October, where on the 25th of the month we do Christmas layouts. Surprise, I'm doing a monochromatic layout. I went through my Christmas items and this paper pad I was drawn to, and it is black and white. I think there's some cream in it too, but I pulled out these two papers and now I'm going to trim down these photos. So I know I've talked about Christmas before at my house. We each get three presents. Um, and this was actually on the 23rd, because now we have in-laws, and so we're trying, we share the children, and so this was on the 23rd, and I've already scrapbooked a lot of pictures, obviously, if it's October, and I do this on the 25th of every month, but we had a game day after this that was fun. I do try to scrap the three presents everybody gets. I didn't do such a good job on this one. My husband has, like, I don't know. We don't get pictures of everything. I'm sure, in the craziness of Christmas, everybody tries, but like one of the presents my husband's holding is from the kids. It's like coasters he got. So, one is a steering wheel cover that's heated. Um, and I'd have to look real hard to figure out what the other one is. And then I can tell you I got it's a charger for your phone that also is a stand, and a heated blanket from the kids. And we're gonna have to see once I cut that side what the other photo is. So anyway, enough about that. Trimming down my photos, trying to keep the important stuff in and making them the 4x4. Now, Stella has a lot of smaller photos. I stuck with the grid, but I went with what I had. So I often will try to, follow a layout or a sketch completely. And oh, I know what the other thing was. It's a towel warmer. You can put your bath towel in there so that when you get out of the shower, it's nice and warm. That's what the other thing is. Okay, sidetrack. Sorry. Um, I often follow sketches very closely, and I will do my best to make the pictures the same size. And with the Project Life app, you can make like a 2x2 photo. But I am using the photos that I had already printed, and then the other thing is it just shows you that you don't have to follow a sketch completely, and you use it for whatever inspiration that you like. I think you can still see Stella's sketch from this layout. I do I do a black of I do a grid, and I will back these photos like with a black uh, mat, I guess, backing. I do have these 6x6 cut aparts. I'm gonna cut this, and this is gonna be my title piece on Earth. As always, I was gonna say this month I've been doing a lot of stash busting, but I really, well, and anything I think is new lately is probably 2 years old. So here you can see where I took the black out and backed the photos. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I think you can see the sketch in my layout. In case you're new, there is a playlist below with a Ray that's playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches. The sketches are all exclusive to this series and to Christy. Everyone made them just for this series. They are all double page layouts, and you don't have to do double page. You can use left, you can use right, you can use a combination of the both. That's what makes it so fun and inspiring. Take from it what you like. I am going to move these around. I'm going to go to some cut apart cards and um, cut out the 23, knowing that it was not the 25th. And I wonder if you know what I should do is cut these all apart and put them into I have like on my desk just a little stash of numbers. So that would be because they're not all necessarily Christmas, and they're all neutral colors. Might be a good idea. I'm not sure how I would use them otherwise, other than just, kind of backing photos. So I will get out my crocodile punch to punch the tag holes in the tags. And this crocodile that you'll see in a moment, the pink, well, I guess the ATG is also pink, um, is it not only does holes, but it can set eyelets very quickly as well. And I have so many eyelets in my stash, and I just don't think of using them. So that will be a project. I'll have to get out and do some layouts with those. I got to think about that. Yeah, I should take them out and put them on my desk where I can see them, so I have to use them. Once I get the tag holes punched, I will use some black twine to fill the to put on the tags. And this I think I must have got them from Hobby Lobby. I just have the same twine in a bunch of different colors sitting right by my desk. I usually use black and craft, and actually the craft color I'm almost finished the roll. Can you believe it? I've almost finished the roll for something. So, because it's just that nice neutral color. Tomorrow's video will be the last two-page layout of my White River rafting adventure that we did last year in August. So I'm excited to finish that, and that'll finish off that album for me. So I'm super excited to do that again with the super excited, very excited, extra excited, all those kind of things to finish that layout or album for sure. All right, and so then I wasn't sure that these were even going to fit on here, and I've overlapped some. So this side, I'm going to measure it off and go, how long was this? I think it was like 9. This one is going to be at least as small, if not smaller than the other side, and that's okay. You won't notice. I mean, they're sitting next to each other, but it's not like you're comparing how big each of them are. The height on them are both the same, so that's all that really matters. I do adhere them down towards all the way to the left-hand side of the page so that it does look like it's one continuous layout, even though I use 3-ring binder albums that, although, it appears to be one continuous layout, those rings totally get in the way. So trying to get off some of that stuff, that nice goopy stuff, that adhesive stuff that comes with a paper pad. And then trying to get that straight. I just eyeball it up. We also now have a playlist for Christmas In, so you will see the playlist below for everyone that's playing along and all of their Christmas layouts. I have a feeling there will be some people similar to myself that are not only doing Christmas layouts but are using the sketch for their Christmas layouts. I do have a couple of more Christmas layouts from last year, but not many. So it'll be fun to get those done. Hopefully before the end of the year. And boy, is that coming up quick, right? We are at the coming up on the end of October. It's all good. All good it is. Each new year, I've been doing like my scrappy goals, and some of them are very similar in that, like, count my pages, how many I've done. I am terrible at that because I just don't, I just do them and I don't keep track. So I think I'm going to take that off the list for this year. And the other thing is to stamp on every scrapbook page, which is not realistic either, and I don't do. So somehow I'm going to have to come up with new ones and more realistic ones um, for this January. But yeah, I'll start thinking about that now. Any suggestions for a good use your stash uh, scrapbook goal? I would love to hear from you guys. Do you make scrapbook goals? I think it's always good to have goals, and I'm not like a make or break, obviously, but I always have something to kind of strive towards. Speaking of my stash, I went through a stash and I pulled out some things, and I don't use many of those, but the one thing I do use is this cool banner. Um, that was just kind of hanging out by itself in the mustache. I do end up putting some glue on it to keep it there. It wasn't very sticky any longer. Okay, so first I start by, and I think these are Paper Studio stars, I think. And so I'm going to put some of those down. And then I'm going to find in my Christmas stash, there is silver ornaments that I got from my mom a long time ago. I think they are for cards. Um, I was a little afraid to use them. They're so delicate. They look like they would rip coming off the backing. They don't. They absolutely don't. And they're not super sticky, but they're sticky enough. They stuck to the white paper, but coming up in a little bit, you'll see where I stuck them down to paper. It was too close to the edge or to the other one, and I peel it up and it still does amazing. Look at how like delicate these and intricate these are. Um, had I just put them down, they would have been lost on the paper, so I do put back them on white and I'll trim them out. And I want to use all of them up. I think there's four. So there's two of a single ornament hanging on some boughs, and then there's a group of two hanging on the branches. And you'll see me because I want the three clusters. I go by the rules. You don't have to go by the rules, by the way. That's just me. And so I will overlap the two with the two. Um, that kind of that swirl with the silver is a Jolie's sticker. I think I only use one of those after I find these stars. Um, I did not use up all the stars that came with the ornaments. That would have been my goal, but there were just so many. And it's fun because some of them are solid and some of them are outlines. And again, they're super easy to, they're made go with super. I need a different word from super. Um, I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. They're very easy to pull off. Even the outlines of the little stars, I was so um I don't know, impressed, I guess. And they stick. So far so good. So I'm really just trying to find extra spaces to put some more silver stars on to get rid of these, but they do go back into my stash, and that is okay. I love stars. Stars can go on any layout, especially the silver ones. Okay, so here I have trimmed out all of the stickers on the white cardstock, and I have the ornament up in the right corner, and I don't want to cover up those stars that I put down, but I certainly am not getting them back up again. There you can see I'm kind of overlapping. They're going to move a little bit. I'm overlapping those, trying to figure out how I want those. I didn't want to they're two exactly the same but mirrored, and I didn't want to overlap completely, so those will get kind of overlapped a little bit. And then this one I decided to put kind of at an angle because, you know, they can swing from the branch, and then you can still see the stars. And then I will, I'm going to pop one of these group of ornaments up and then put the flat one down first and just kind of overlap them. And I hope that that looks good. I do like the way that looks. And then you can see the ornament kind of next to it that's on the paper. And then I go for the other side and get the ornament on the last corner there. And I pop that one up on foam as well. And that is it. So thanks so much for sticking with me today. I hope you have a fabulous day. Please come back and see me again tomorrow for the White River rafting layout.